Hello everyone, this is Agent Russ and welcome back to the channel. In the last episode, we implemented event-driven damage. Now we are going to take the next step, death and respawn, also event-driven. This is where our engine starts to feel like a real game framework. We will emit a death event when HP hits 0, freeze the character, wait a few seconds, then respawn them at a safe spawn point with full health. First, we are going to add two new event types. Let's go to our event types file. Inside here, we're going to add event death and event respawn. We define event type constants so we don't have magic strings sprinkled everywhere. This keeps the code base scalable and avoids typo bugs. Next, we are going to create a new component. We are going to call this file death.js. This file will also import component. And for the class, we're going to say export class death extend component. Inside here, we will set the constructor and also call the super. Next, we will create another file. We are going to call this file SpawnPoint.js. This file will also import component. And for the class, we're going to say export class SpawnPoint extend component. Inside the constructor, we're going to set x equals 0, y equals 0, and z equals 0. We'll call the super, and then we will say this.x equals x, this.y equals y, this.z equals z. After this, we are going to create one more file, and we will call this file RespawnTimer.js. Inside this file, we're going to say export class RespawnTimer extends component. Inside the constructor, we're going to say seconds equals 3. We'll call the super, and then we will set this.remaining equals seconds. So in ECS, we keep state in components. That is just a tag that means this entity shouldn't be controlled right now. SpawnPoint stores where to respawn. RespawnTimer stores how long we wait before bringing the entity back. Next, we are going to head over to Player Factory. In here, we're going to import SpawnPoint, and then we're going to scroll down and add the component. So for that, we're going to say world add component. We'll pass the entity, and we will say new SpawnPoint, and then we're going to set the x, y, and z. So we'll set 0, 5, and 0. We are saving the player's starting position as respawn location. Later, we can update SpawnPoint when the player hits a checkpoint. Next, we are going to go to DamageSystem. We are going to add two more imports, the death and the event death. Right after where we apply the damage, we will add a new line. Let's make a comment here. Say, if we just hit 0 HP, emit death once. If health.current truly is 0 and world doesn't have component with event target and death. And inside this if statement, world.events.emit, and we are going to emit the event death. We'll say target, source, event source. DamageSystem is responsible for mutating health, but it does not handle death itself. It only broadcasts the fact that that happened. That keeps our logic decoupled and scalable. Next, we are going to create another file. We will call this file DeadSystem.js. This file will import system, death, RespawnTimer, velocity, and event death. Then we will create the class, export class, DeadSystem, extend system, update. We will pass the world and delta time. Inside the update, constant death equals world.events.consume, and we're going to pass event death. If death.length equals 0, we'll return. Then we will say for constant event of death, constant target equals event.target, and let's make a comment here. If already dead, ignore duplicate events. If world has component with target and death, continue. World.add component, we're going to pass the target and new death. World.add component, target, new respawn timer, and we will set this to 3 seconds. And after here, I'm going to make a comment, say freeze instantly. Constant v equals world.getComponent, target, and velocity. If v.x equals 0, v.y equals 0, v.z equals 0. The DeadSystem consumes dead events and applies the dead state. we freeze velocity and attach a RespawnTimer component. No animations yet. We are building the engine plumbing first. Next, we are going to create the RespawnSystem. So we will call this file RespawnSystem.js. This file will import system, query, dead, RespawnTimer, SpawnPoint, transform, velocity, health, grounded, and event respawn. Then we can create the class by typing export class RespawnSystem extends system update world delta time. And inside the update, constant entities query entities with world dead RespawnTimer SpawnPoint and transform. For constant e of entities, constant timer equals world dot get component, we will pass the entity and RespawnTimer. Timer dot remaining minus equals delta time. If timer dot remaining greater than 0, continue. Constant spawn equals world dot get component SpawnPoint. Constant t equals world dot get component transform. And then we need to teleport back to spawn. So let's make a comment here. Say teleport back to spawn. T.x equals spawn.x. T.y equals spawn.y. T.z equals spawn.z. Then we need to reset the motion. I'll make a comment and say reset motion. Constant v equals world.getComponent velocity. If v.x equals 0, v.y equals 0, v.z equals 0. After that, we need to restore the HP. So we'll say restore HP. Constant h equals world.getComponent health. If h.current equals h.max. Next, we are going to reset the grounded state. So we'll say reset grounded state. It's going to be safe default. Constant g equals world.getComponent grounded. If g dot is grounded equals false. And finally, we need to clear the dead state and timer. So we will say clear dead state plus timer. World.remove component will pass the event and dead. World.remove component will pass the RespawnTimer. As an optional, we can broadcast the respawn for UI, which we can use later. Right now, we don't need it, but while we are here, we can set that up as well. We can say world.events.emit, and in here we'll say event respawn, and we'll also pass target event. All right, now let me explain. So RespawnSystem looks for entities that are dead and have RespawnTimer. When the timer hits 0, we restore position, health, velocity, then remove the dead tag. We also emit a respawn event, so later we can plug in UI, particles, sounds, or networking. Next, we are going to head over to player controller system. We are going to import dead from dead.js. Inside the entity for loop, we will say if world.hasComponent with dead, we will continue. Next, we will go to gravity system. We will add the dead here as well. And inside the loop, we're also going to say if world has component with dead, then we will continue. And finally, we're going to go to movement system. We will do the same thing in here as well. Inside the for loop, if world has component with dead, we will continue. If we don't do this, gravity system will keep pulling them down and movement system will keep integrating. Dead is a tag that other systems can respect. This is the ECS way of disabling behavior without hard-coding special cases everywhere. If a system shouldn't affect dead entities, it simply checks the tag and skips. Next, we are going to register all this inside the main.js. First, we will import DeadSystem and RespawnSystem. Then we are going to scroll down. Right under DamageSystem, we are going to add DeadSystem and RespawnSystem. That means we emit, apply, dead, and respawn. Now let's go ahead and test it. I'll make the game screen a little bigger. So I'll move the character further from the respawn point and open up the console. We are going to press the K until HP hits 0. Player should freeze. After 3 seconds, player should teleport back to spawn and HP should reset. Now let's go ahead, press K. The damage system working. We are going to keep pressing until it hits 0. It hits 0 and I can't move the character. And after 3 seconds, it respawn. Next, I'm going to test it while moving. So we know the velocity is working. So I'll move the character while pressing the K. So currently our health is 30. So I'll press twice more while moving. And it freezes the character. And then it respawns. And that's it for this episode. We now have a full event-driven dead and respawn pipeline. Damage emits dead, dead starts a respawn timer, and respawn restores entity, all decoupled. In the next episode, we will build on this with the checkpoints and a health UI event hook. So respawning feels like a real game system instead of a debug feature. If this was helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm Agent Russ. See you next time.